Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this week is week 5 of my Taylor Swift Bad Blood music video makeup tutorial, and we are doing Jessica Alba as Domino. And all day I've been singing that Jessie J song Domino, and if it didn't just start playing in your head, I'm sorry. It is very, very catchy, and honestly it's getting kind of annoying. So Jessica Alba's look is really, really fun and actually pretty easy from what I've been looking at in pictures. It's a black lid with a lot of mascara, and the underneath of her eye is just a bit smudged out of a Kohl liner, and then a nude lip. And I'm kind of starting to see a trend and a theme in all of these looks that it's got a nude lip and a black eye or a blue eye, and I really like that. So let's go ahead. I've already done my foundation, and I used the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation, and I used the color in 3, and now I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of concealing, and for that I'm using the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer, and I'm just going to pop that right underneath my eyes in a kind of like a triangle. But I don't really have any dark circles right now, and I'm honestly feeling pretty good about my skin today, unlike most days. Right on my chin and then down my nose. And I'm just going to blend in the concealer with one of these flat foundation brushes, just making sure that all the edges are smoothed out and you really can't see it, because that is the point. And if you've missed any of the other videos I've done, as this is week 5, I'll link the playlist down below. There'll be a link up here to last week's video. And so, yeah, just when we're done, go and watch some of them. They're pretty good, if I do say so myself. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is filling in my eyebrows. Jessica's eyebrows are pretty neat and natural, so I'm just going to be filling in any gaps that I have, especially right up here at the front, and then just making these outside corners just a little bit better. And I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and if you live in a hot climate, I know I've been bragging about this for weeks, but it's really, really good. I actually wore this out to Jaguars practice yesterday, and it was hot, and it got really, really sweaty out there, but it stayed on so well. I came back to my car, I took my sunglasses off, and I had like eyeliner running down my face, but my eyebrows still looked like picture perfect. So definitely, if you live in Florida or any other sort of hot climate, definitely go ahead and invest in this. It's definitely worth the price. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows, just doing little tiny strokes. And you really don't need very much of this product to make your eyebrows look nice and neat. I know that the girls from Pixie Woo's Sam and Nick, they love this product, so it gets their stamp of approval too if you're not really into my stamp of approval yet. Just doing little tiny flicks all through my brows just to make sure that there's no gaps. Just like that. So my eyebrows are done, and the next thing that I need to do is use a little bit of powder just to set my foundation and concealer in place, because I don't necessarily like doing this right when my foundation and concealer are done, because then it tends to look like I've just caked on all of my makeup. I like to do it after it's set for a little while, and just that time between putting my foundation on and doing my eyebrows is that perfect amount of time. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some on, and for that I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in a big fluffy brush and just putting it right where I need it, where it tends to eat my makeup up, where my skin tends to eat up my makeup just a little bit more, which is right underneath my eyes, and then on my forehead and down my nose and on my chin. And then the next thing is moving on to eyes, and for that I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Eyeliner in black ink. Again, if you don't have this product, this is one of those cult products on the internet. definitely think about investing in it. I think it's really, really great and it lasts forever. So definitely worth the investment. And if you don't have a Bobbi Brown counter near you, Sephora carries this as well. I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to use this as my primer instead of using like a Smashbox primer or an Urban Decay primer. And I'm just going to put this all the way from the lash line up into right below my crease. And for that, I'm using one of the Bobbi Brown eyeliner brushes. I'm just smudging that in. It doesn't necessarily have to be too perfect, but I just want something black so my skin doesn't actually show through. And I want something that the eyeshadow can actually stick to. So kind of drawing a rough line of where I want things to stop also. And that's not necessarily where the eyeshadow is going to stop, but it's a good place to know, okay, this is where the eyeliner needs to stop. That way things don't get too out of hand. And it looks really dark right now, but I promise once we're finished, it's not going to look like this. So the nice thing about using a black eyeliner the way we just did was that you don't ever have to worry about your eyeliner being even, because it doesn't matter. And so the next thing that we need to do is use a black eyeshadow on the lids over the liner, just to make sure that you still get that really smoky even effect, and then just putting it right up over the eyeliner up into the crease and blending that out. And it doesn't have a winged effect in this look that Jessica had for the video, so we're just going to kind of leave it in more of a natural shape and then bring it underneath the eyes, but we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves there. So for the black eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this Smashbox palette, and it is the Studio Pop Eye palette, and the color I'm going to be using is this one called Smoke, and obviously I've hit pan. I've had this palette for a while, and I really love it, and it came out a long time ago, but it's still getting a lot of use. I'm really sorry if you can start to hear any background noise. Our lawn people just got here, and one of them is wearing a hoodie, and it's like 100 degrees outside today to mow our lawn. But we must go on, and to actually put the eyeshadow onto my lid, I'm using this Real Techniques shading brush, and I'm just going to pop that in and tap off the excess and just pop that right over the Bobbi Brown eyeliner first, really packing it on, and then taking a little bit more and doing little circular motions in my crease, really trying to blend that out. And I'm being really careful not to get anything in this inner corner, because I do want to highlight that a little bit since this look is so dark. I don't want everything on my face to be dark. I do still want a little bit of brightness somewhere on my face. Stupid lawnmowers. So it'll end up looking a little like this instead of like this. So now that the lawn people are gone, but my lawn looks really, really nice. So if you need a lawn guy, let me know and I'll let you know who we use. We are now moving on to eyeliner, and the first thing with the eyeliner is tight lining, because I don't want any of the flesh color on my eyes to be showing, and for that I'm going to be using the Sonia Kashuk Dramatically Intensifying Kajal eyeliner, and I am just going to tight line my eyes by running that back and forth. And then for actually on my bottom waterline, I'm going to be using a different one. I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Scandaleyes Kohl in black. I'm just putting that right on my waterline and being a little bit messy because eventually it's going to go underneath my waterline as well. So to actually make that under eye smudgy look, I'm just taking the Rimmel London eyeliner and drawing a pretty thick line underneath my waterline, and I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm just gonna smudge that out a little bit. Being sure to connect it here so there's not that empty flesh colored gap also. And it comes down pretty far, so just be careful not to come down too far to where you look like you have raccoon eyes, but still making sure that you come down quite a bit. So for highlighter on the inner corners of my eye, I'm going to be using this color here, and it's called Champagne, and I'm just going to use my little finger and grab a little bit of it. And again, I've reached pan on this. I'm just going to press that into the inner corner just to brighten things up a little bit. Just like that. And then I'm going to move on to mascara, and for that I'm using the Mally mascara that I've been using lately, and I really love it, and if you can find it still, please go and buy it. It's so good. I'm just gonna do a really good coat of that on my lashes. I've already curled them, so they're gonna be long and volumized with this mascara and absolutely beautiful. Really working the mascara right into the root of the lashes. So for contouring and highlighting, which I'm actually not going to be doing very much of, but the look does have a little bit of, I'm going to be using this Lancome palette, and it's a miniature, which is really cute, and it's called the Blush Subtle palette, and it's got 3 miniatures in it. It's got a contour and a blush and a highlight in it, and so I'm just going to be using the contour color in the color 1, and then the highlight color, which is in the color 3. And for the contour, I'm just using the Real Techniques setting brush because it is small, and so it can fit in the smallness of the palette. I'm tapping off the excess and sucking my cheeks in. And I like this color because it's got that ashy tone to it. So you can really blend that into your skin and it not look like you're too orange and too overly done up. And then I'm also going to take this just around my hairline and my temples. And blending that in as well. And then for the highlight color, it's this champagne-y pinky color, and I'm just going to take a little bit on a clean finger and just rub that in. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but it is very pretty. And then the last step is lips, and for that I'm going to actually be using two different colors. Jessica's lips were a really beautiful shade of nude, and they weren't like a bright pinky nude, they were more of a brown nude, and I don't really have a color like that in my lip collection. I tend to go for more of pinks and reds, so I'm actually going to be mixing this Bite lipstick in the color Moka, and I'm just going to put that on first. And if you've never bought a Bite lipstick, you might have seen them before on Florida Force's page. She uses them a lot and she really raves on about them. And so when I was able to get one, I fell in love just like she did. They're so good and they're so creamy and they stay on forever. So definitely, if you're in Sephora and you see one, go and get it. And then on top of that, I'm using the L'Oreal Color Riche Nude in Julianne's Nude. It's color 620. Again, straight from the bullet and just on top of the Bite Mocha. So this is my finished look as Jessica Alba, as Domino from Bad Blood. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And on Twitter and Instagram, use the hashtag Megan's Bad Blood if you recreate this look. And next Tuesday, I'm going to be posting a video about my go-to concert look, because next week I'm going to 2 different concerts and I'm going to Chicago, and I'm really, really excited. So there'll be a bunch of really great stuff about all of that coming up in the next couple of weeks. And next Friday, there's going to be another Taylor Swift Bad Blood look, and it is going to be Ellen Pompeo as Luna. So I hope to see you guys really soon, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye!